You see all this land all the way up to that speed sign? That is my land, and I have to clear it. These little trees here are the biggest pain in my ass. They're sumac trees. It's going to take more than just ripping them out of the ground and cutting them down to clear them. But right now, I'm starting with the small ones, digging them out. And then we're going to take the chainsaw to the ones bigger than 2 inches. And then we're going to have to use, I don't want to, but we're going to have to for this. We're going to have to use Roundup on the stumps. 3 days later, the ground is safe for me to be able to plant in, and I'll just have to pick out the new ones in the garden as they come. But we have to clear all that. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm taking a break and showing you guys how much we've gotten done so far. What a mess, isn't it, guys? After we get, our goal today is to get to that, clear everything up to that burn pile. And that blue thing in the back there is our wellhead. So to clear everything back to there, clear out all the trash and junk that the people who lived here before dumped for us. And I can start tilling up the soil for the garden. It's spitting snow a little bit, so if I'm talking a little loud, don't mind me. I have a gap between my eardrums and my inner ear, so I have to wear earplugs in cold weather or I get wicked earaches and ear infections. That shed right there was 3/4 collapsed when we got here. I'm going to see, it has to be completely emptied out. There might be something salvageable in there, as far as like materials, at the very least hardware maybe. We'll have to see, but progress is being made. Alright, and I'll check back in with you guys later. So, our shovel just broke. Apparently, it was a piece of crap, which I guess is what happens when you have to buy things online. So, to the hardware store! Thank God we live in a rural area, but that means we gotta get masked up and gloved up, and oh no. Okie dokie. We do what needs to be done, people. Can't grow food if you can't clear the land. Damn it. Shovel, take 2. You can see it's a perfect Vermont spring day. Snow's spitting. Great time to work in the garden. You're not gonna overheat, that's for sure. Alrighty, let's get back to work. Am I pretty yet? Okay, so we have gotten all the small stuff dug up from the area that I showed you guys earlier. We're getting ready to take the chainsaw to the bigger stuff, and then we're going to douse the living heck out of it in Roundup, which is what you have to do with sumac. Sumac is very, very difficult to get rid of. I'm going to keep shaking here. It's very, very difficult to get rid of. It's one of those things where it spreads out tap roots and new things keep growing off of it. Even if you pull up all of the young ones with their roots and you cut the bigger ones down to the ground and you glyphosate them, you're still going to have to keep up with them throughout the course of the year. Keep digging things up, keep killing things. Now the thing when using Roundup is it's actually not nearly as bad as most people think. I wouldn't use it if I didn't absolutely have to, but I absolutely have to. And the rule of thumb with it is when using 2%, which is what we're going to be using, excuse me, get your camera up straight here. When using 2% like we're going to be using, you're going to have to wait a minimum of 3 days before you can put any plants in the ground, which is fine because it's probably going to be at least another 2 weeks here before frost risk is gone. I mean, as you saw earlier today, it was snowing. Sorry about the accent being so heavy. When I'm exhausted or breathing hard, the Vermont accent comes out a bit, and I don't. I hope everybody can understand me just fine. So, my nose is runny, my face is bright red, I'm covered in dirt, but we're getting the job done. Okay, check back in with you guys later. Is it chainsaw time? I think it's chainsaw time. Alright, start with the ones that are right up by the house. God, there's so much to pick up. What a nightmare. Alrighty. Make sure I'm not in the way. Beautiful. And here I come, right behind him with the Roundup. You want to get that onto the stumps and exposed roots as quickly as possible. If you leave them for a while so they dry out, you're going to need to make a fresh cut again if you want it to be effective in getting rid of these sumac trees. We're going to have a lot of wood to chop up and a lot of extra firewood kicking around, but that's not a bad thing. Not at all. We got quite a bit done today. I'm pretty happy with it. He has to work 12-hour shifts the next 4 days, so during his days at work, I'm going to be picking up all the trash, raking, tilling the soil, doing all that fun stuff. Alright, you can see your stump here. It's just been cut. It's at an angle, so you're going to take your glyphosate, 2% Roundup. You want to be really liberal with it. You don't want to just give it a quick dose and go away. Go all the way around it. Now once I get all the debris and everything cleaned up, I'm going to be coming back at it in a few days again, do it again, all around it. As I till up the ground and I dig up the stumps, I'm going to have to do this to any roots that are left in the ground that I can't get out. And then from that point forward, it's going to be just kind of a constant battle of, as they start to grow, ripping them out, putting the herbicide to them. Obviously, you don't do that in the food garden. You just got to be really, really diligent about your weeding. And as soon as you see anything other than one of your food plants sprout up, you got to pull it out. But if you've got a piece of land that sumac has completely taken over, and you want to turn that into good land for raising animals and growing food, you're going to have to be really diligent, and you're going to have to put a lot of effort into it. But if you keep going at it each year, eventually, after several years, it'll stop coming back on you. So just make sure that you keep track. I've definitely got several days' work cut out for me, getting all this cut down and stacked and cleaning up, good Lord, all the garbage on this property, and there is garbage all the way down it. I have to gather it up, put it in the pile where we have them pick up garbage, and hopefully in 3 weeks everything will be ready for plants to go in the ground. The fence, new fence will be in, chicken coop will be moved in, and we'll be all set and ready to go for the growing season. Wish me luck. Alright, so if you enjoyed this little vlog here, let me flip this around. So if you enjoyed this lovely vlog and my beautiful, wonderfully made up perfect face and hair, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, all of that fun stuff. I'll leave a link below to my Patreon in case anybody wants to support the channel. I understand, though, that money is really tight, and I completely understand if you're not able to do that. Make sure you take care of yourself and your family first. I hope, if you don't find these videos educational, that you at least find them entertaining. So, I'll see all you guys next time. Bye-bye. Bangle Cam.